Let's get started. You need to mark out an outline for your horns. This doesn't need to be neat because we're going to cover it up all anyway. Lay down a layer of liquid latex, or if you are allergic to latex, you can use liquid craft glue. Then cover it up with a very thin layer of cotton wool or tissue paper. Saturate the cotton wool with liquid latex and then make a hole big enough for your horn to fit. Secure the horn with more layers of liquid latex and cotton wool as necessary and repeat the process on the other side. These horns are lightweight, made by crumpling foil into a shape and then covering them with cotton wool and liquid latex, same as I'm doing on my face, and painting them. Cover your eyebrows with a glue stick to make sure that the latex doesn't pluck out any of your hair. I also recommend putting Vaseline on your hairline. Draw a rough shape of where you want your lava mask to go. Then fill up the shape using liquid latex and cotton wool as we did for the horns. Remember to saturate the cotton wool with liquid latex after applying to make it easier to shape and to take away the fluffy texture. Also, when working with liquid latex, remember to use disposable sponges or brushes because they won't be usable afterward. Next up, you want to shape your mask. I'm lifting it up from the edges here and not trying to blend it into my face because I want it to look very textured. You can use a reference picture of lava if you need help in drawing the shapes. Repeat the latex, cotton, latex, and shaping process until you've finished your entire mask. While you wait for the latex to dry, go ahead and start with your face. Moisturize your lips and then start applying foundation. I'm using the NYX Total Drop Control Foundation in the shade Vanilla and blending it in with a sponge to give myself a nice light base. I'm concealing under my eyes and any other dark spots with the NYX Studio Photogenic HD Concealer in the shade Porcelain. Set the under eye and any other areas that might crease with a translucent powder. Using a fluffy brush, blend out a medium brown transition shade just above the crease. Pack a dark brown shadow into the crease using a crease brush or any flatter dense brush. Blend it out with the fluffy brush and the transition shade that you used earlier. Keep blending until you're happy with the result. Using a dark red or maroon shade, pack it on the outer corners of your eyelids without bringing it completely into the center. Pat concealer onto the open spot on your eyelid. pack a bright red, preferably metallic shade, onto the concealer. Smoke out your lower lash line with a mixture of the transition shade you used on the top lid and the maroon shade. Use a bronze or gold shade to highlight the inner corner of your eye. If you have any fallout from the shadows you used on your lid, brush it off your face with a flicking motion using a fan brush. Tight line your upper and lower lids with a black kohl liner. By now, the cotton and latex mask should be dry enough to paint. Start by laying down a base color of yellow in all the deepest parts of the mask, those that you expect would be hottest if they were really lava. The yellow base will help you see the cracks better when you overlay it with black. I'm using face paints to paint this mask, but you can also use eyeshadow pigments to do this. Just make sure you lay down a sticky layer, for example using concealer, before you start. That will help the pigment show up better. After the first layer of black is done, I'm switching to a paintbrush and using horizontal sweeping motions to lay down a thicker layer of paint. I'm also blending the black color into my hairline and around the horns. While you wait for the black paint to dry, blend out the edges of your mask using black eyeshadow. Take it all around the edges, past your forehead, and all the way to your ears. Use the same transition shade as before and blend the black shadow into your skin. Blend in a bit of the maroon shadow to complete the theme of the look. I'm contouring my nose with a very thin line of black shadow and blending it out with the transition shade to give this look a more unnatural feel. Back to the mask. Paint the inside edges of your lava cracks using red. I'm using a red liquid lipstick here. Everything you do on the face mask, you can also do on the horns to give them a bit more life. When you're satisfied with the amount of red on your mask, move on to orange. Blend in the orange right next to the red. You want the gradient to run from black to red to orange to yellow. Taking a yellow paint or pigment, place it in the center of the lava cracks. The the place where you imagine it would be hottest. Use it sparingly at first and build up slowly. Moving on to the lips, apply a black lipstick to the outer corners of your lips. I'm using the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Kiev for this. Apply a bright red to the center of your lips and blend it out thoroughly. This step is optional, but if you want your lips to look more vampy, extend the outer corners using a black liquid eyeliner into a pointy shape, almost like the Joker. Line the bottom edge of your lip for a more defined look. Pat a bronzy gold shadow in the middle of your lip for a pop of color. I'm using a NYX liquid matte eyeliner to line my eyes and make wings in both the outer and inner corners. For the inner corner wing, follow the line of your top lid down toward your nose and connect it back to your bottom lid in a half moon shape. Then coat both your top and bottom lashes with a couple coats of mascara. I'm using the Worth the Hype mascara from NYX. You can also do this step after you've applied your false eyelashes if you prefer it in that order. I'm using the Cinnamon Spice highlighter from NYX to highlight the tip of my nose and the top of my cheekbones. Pop on some falsies and your accessories and you're ready.